All right, so we are here at the Field to Table Club. Can you tell me what that program is?
So the program basically came about. We had kids in the kitchen that had gone on when there was some days off school, and then we thought it would be really cool to tie in a garden club with it. So basically, Field to Table is what comes out of it. Glenda McPhee is doing the garden club aspects, so the kids are starting from the absolute basics with planting. They planted all of their vegetables and the flowers that will be in the flower beds outside of ArtsForward. And Glenda, every step of the way, is teaching them everything about the plants and exactly how to do stuff. They are going to be planting in 4 garden boxes that Men's Shed is building for us that will be outside just on the corner of ArtsForward. And the kids will be looking after that all summer, all the way through to harvest. And the idea with the kids in the kitchen part of it is Tony Ferguson is doing that part. Her and Glenda work together and figure out what's ready for recipes each time that we have a session, and then Tony incorporates whatever the kids are growing in those recipes for that session. And it's been really cool. The kids have tried some really neat stuff. One that stuck in my mind was they had wheatgrass smoothies. I didn't know how many were going to try it. All of the kids tried it.
Really?
17 out of 18 liked it, which was just
That
awesome.
is, I want to quote that statistic everywhere because that is fantastic.
It is. And because a wheatgrass smoothie is green, but it tasted great, and the kids are very adventurous with what they're trying. I got an email from a parent actually yesterday who was saying how excited the kids are about planting and the thought of spring coming and wanting to try different vegetables, and that's what this is about. Is
That's amazing to hear. And certainly they're tending the boxes here, but I imagine a lot of them are going to be growing at home as well.
They've been, each session they get to take home plants. So this past session on Monday, they took home tomatoes and peppers, I do believe. And it was interesting because some of the kids, because we have siblings, a couple of siblings, they wanted to ensure that they didn't take the exact same thing home that their other sibling did, so that they could have quite a variety. So it was really good that the kids thought about it. And this program, I will say, is thanks to the Manitoba government through Prairie Mountain Health. Their Healthy Together Now grant. It's a huge proponent as to why this program is even be able to be a go, and we were able to really keep the kids' registration fees down to a minimum for a 5-month course. So
which is incredible, and certainly would allow more participation from certain families.
Yes, and we even were able to, with the grant, we have a deaf student that is taking this program, and we were able to hire an ASL translator to work with him so that he could get as much out of this program.
That is fantastic.
So for us, it's pretty important that we can include everybody, and from the positive reaction from the kids, they're loving this, and so are the instructors. I will say, Glenda walks out of here after every session so excited to see the kids, so excited about gardening, and Tony's loving teaching the kids about cooking and all the different aspects in the kitchen. So it's been really good.
They both have such a passion for what they do. I guess they love to share it.
They absolutely do. We're very, very lucky with that, for sure. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for that. We'll have to check in, throughout the spring and summer and see how things are progressing.
Yes, absolutely.
One more in person. Okay. Who took Basil home last time? Just Beth? I wonder if anybody's going to want to take a plant home this time. Okay. Yep. Okay. Just kidding. Yep. Let's go above this one. No, just above it. That's it. Yep. Great. Here. 2 more. This one had a lot of plants in it, didn't it? And 1 more here. Right there. Perfect. All right. So now our harvest is done, and we're going to save. What have we got? 6 plants. We're going to save maybe 2 plants to plant outside, but the other 4 will be available for you to take home today too. So, Doreen, could you go and get that food from the shelf right at the end there? Those 2, nope, the other end. Right there. Right there. The one with the orange lid, the white container with the orange lid, yeah, and the bag beside it. Okay, so, and if I recall correctly, can you not go through here? Okay, we had a measuring cup, didn't we? But I think that's gone. So this is lime. Oh boy, I don't remember our recipe. Did we add 1 lime? 1 scoop of lime?
I'm pretty sure we had 3.
3?
Yeah, we had
3 lime?
It was 3.
Yeah, and
Okay,
then we added
I'm just
3
going to
of
do it
that
with my
other stuff.
hands.
It was 3 piles.
Okay, 3 of both?
No, 3
Yeah.
piles of.
3 piles of lime and then 3 piles of that other stuff.
All right, you guys have better memories than I do, so we're going to go with that. So we'll put a scoop of that. Do you think the food is working?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
If
How do you
most
know,
of that
Liam?
bit-
How do you know?
Because the plants are getting big.
Exactly, exactly.
I missed the last class.
I
Because
missed
I
the
had
last class.
COVID. I had COVID last
Oh,
class.
how are you feeling now?
I'm good.
Good.
I was at my granny's.
Okay, well, all right, we'll put a little bit more in.
You need a lot of dirt.
It does take a lot of dirt. I bought another 2 bales of soil, so that one big plant outside will be good to go there.
2
Okay,
bales?
bales, they're called bales. I don't know how to describe it. They're really big blocks of soil. Like this is a bag, but the bales are larger, more like a hay bale,
Oh, okay.
that size. Okay, so there
But
we have it.
probably
Now,
It's actually smaller though.
put your containers, how do you know?
It's a bit smaller, I know.
You do. Okay,
I'm pretty
we've got a crow here, good. So here's our peppers. They got a little dry on the weekend, but that'll be okay. We'll put, now if you think of that block that we looked at upstairs, we can put one in about this space, right? So we can put 3 peppers in here. So I thought, we had some hot peppers, right? Some jalapeno, some California Wonder, and then, oh, gypsy, I don't know gypsy. So we got 3 different peppers, okay? So we'll put, look at the roots.
Wow.
We'll put one of those, and I don't think we'll worry about the names right now. We'll just put one of each jalapeno, we'll put on the end, and then we'll put a nice gypsy pepper
It looks like cobwebs.
here. It does a little bit, doesn't it? But those are nice healthy roots. Now when we
Yeah.
plant them, because they're wrapping around and around, we're just going to bend them open a little bit,
Okay.
okay? So that they don't think that they have to keep going around in a circle. And then what do? We make a nice hole, and the soil's kind of dry right now, so we're going to water it when we do that, and then we'll plant them,
I
okay?
noticed that the top of the soil is sort of green.
Pardon me?
I noticed that the top of the soil is sort of green.
It is a little bit green. That's because it's been wet. It's just a little bit of algae, and that doesn't hurt the pepper though, okay? So with peppers, they're like tomatoes, and we can actually plant them deeper, okay? So I can actually put it nice and deep.
And algae is what gives coral their color.
It does, doesn't it? So I'm going to add a little bit of water. And then what?
Because
Oh, I'm just
algae,
gonna tuck 'em in.
algae
And then I'm just going to
give,
tuck him in. Right?
algae lives inside of coral.
It does, doesn't it? And he's happier now. He doesn't have that big long stem. So we're going to plant them right up to here. Right up to here. This one, actually, we could even do deeper.
Yeah.
We could take these off. Those are kind of like just the leaves that get it out of the seed and plant it deeper. So it's purple, okay? And you'll remember that you have purple? Okay. Purple too? Okay, oops. There's all the seed, or the root. Let's put it in. Okay, Marie? Pardon me? There's the purple, and then there's the regular green peppers. Green, just the regular ones that we always use, okay? And
Hot pepper.
a hot pepper, all right.
Still missing.
Yeah, but you haven't told me what kind, you've just told me that you don't like peppers. Okay, what kind would you like? The blue, okay. Purple? No, I don't have blue, they're purple. Okay, good. So what are we gonna do now? Oh, well, that's a hole, isn't it? Okay, so our soil is over there. Rosie, you're gonna go and plant it now, okay?
Lizzie? Rachel.
Rachel, the other arm. Okay, let me see if I can.
Yeah, right there. Isn't there a shovel?
You can use your
A
hands.
spade.
You're not afraid of dirt, Rachel? I know that.
It's called a spade.
Trowel, actually.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm thinking of something.
Okay, there. Plant. I don't know if I'm gonna make a hole. Well, maybe I can do one on the side. That's a hard job.
Luckily,
Okay, there's a little hole.
luckily I just got.
You've got holes, you can go and plant. You know what? Rachel, let's move it out of the, let's move it away so that more than one person can get on it at a time, okay? What are you doing? Get your toes there. Okay. Well, that's a pretty tiny hole. Do you know why we want to put holes in your containers?
So
So the
Drain
water.
out?
So water can drain out. If we let the container get too much water in there,
The plant will
the
drown.
plant will drown. The roots will actually rot. That was an easy one.
Yeah, because I got a full.
Okay.
I got
You know what? I'll take that one.
I got a plant right now. I'll have the kittens right there.
Sure. Okay, what kind of plant?
I'll take a jalapeno.
The jalapeno. Okay. Here you go. All right. We want to get the plant kind of in the middle. Let's just shift it a little bit so that the stem is sort of in the middle of the pot.
So I'm not playing here.
Yeah. No, it doesn't really matter. I don't think the
Nice.
plant appears.
Okay, now I have to
Put it nice and deep.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, get it deep, but you want the leaves to be above the.
I didn't do it right after that. Is this good?
Want it a little bit higher. Okay, so there we go. Now get a little bit more soil around. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can keep our tools clean. Now, I have to wait for the other group to choose their peppers, right? So we'll let them do the transplanting. Now we're going to plant some seeds. What seeds? We're going to use these big ones.
Yeah.
Because mostly we want to plant, well, I want you to plant. Okay, put your peppers down somewhere so that they're out of the way. How about in the, and when you get home, I want you to water them. I'm not going to water them now. No, right there's going to be a problem, okay? Can you put them either down on that shelf there
Or on the
or
chair.
over there, somewhere out of the way? How about right there? Yeah, water them at home. We should have done it now, but I'm afraid if we do that, then they're going to start dripping over. So here is what we're going to plant. I have some flowers, okay? Flowers we're going to plant in these trays here. And that's, I want you to put your pepper down, please. Okay, and then some herbs, like basil, okay, but other things. And then in these are things like pumpkins and cucumbers. Those would be fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so to do that, they don't like their roots disturbed. They're not like peppers and tomatoes. They don't want to be moved around and moved around. So we're going to plant them in here, and that makes it easy to put them into our big containers out there later on. So, Rosie and
Rosie?
yes, sorry.
Rachel.
Okay, can you two fill this up with soil, each of those cells? Okay, and then the other thing here we have is some kale. Do you know what kale is?
I think it was on that form that we have for the planning. Kale.
Yes, you're right, okay, it was. So kale is a little bit like cabbage and some chard, and those would be nice in our planters up there. flowers or 5 for herbs, okay?
I'll do first.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 to fill with soil once those are finished there. Let's just wait until those guys are finished there. Yeah.
Flowers.
Well, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you're gonna put soil in the container, okay?
I'm doing flowers too.
I like to do first.
I'm gonna do pumpkins.
So my mom can cook.
No, you have to choose.
Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Okay, now you guys put the small container in here. Well, not in here, you're not. In here, we're gonna do pumpkins and
Here, you can go right
things like that.
there.
Yeah,
You can go right there.
Okay.
Just do.
Plant. I'm gonna do a pumpkin.
Maureen, and,
No, I guess.
yeah, could you fill that up later
I
on?
don't have much use for pumpkins.
You don't? It doesn't matter, these are all shared items, right? We're going to share these. Okay, so, here we go. So I have some mini pumpkin mix. I have some jack-o'-lantern, some big macs, some butternut squash, acorn squash, gourds. and-
Oh wait, gourds are the small pumpkins.
They can get
They can
very
be-
big.
There's lots of different kinds. If you saw the painted birdhouses up there, those are gourds as well, but I've got seeds for small ones. So,
This is that one.
okay,
Yours.
so Rosie, hey, Rachel, we've got, I think these are going to be a fun one to plant, so I decided we would do 6 of those, okay? So I'm going to give you this package. How are you guys doing?
Good, I'm
Good?
almost done.
Okay,
It
good.
says flowers, and then going to find those.
You're going to put 2 in each hole, in each of these, okay? These 2 rows. Marie, you want to plant some while you're waiting? Okay. This is Big Macs, and you're going to put 2 in each of this group here, okay?
So is that?
That's 1, yep.
I'm done.
All right. Where is this row here? Okay. Can you put 2 in each hole? All right. All right, you know what, just let it go over here.
Ah, drop the seed.
Here it is.
Okay.
There.
Get the line up here.
That's all right.
I'm done.
Okay, Rachel, almost done?
I'm done.
Okay, good. You did this one and this row?
Wait,
There's
that
2
one
rows,
too?
2 rows for that one, because I think that one's more popular. Okay, acorn squash.
Really low.
Uh,
Can't really get the seeds out.
2 in each of this.
Do you want me to water these?
Oh, that one definitely needs some water, yeah. Right, see, here.
So I have to do
That's
this one too.
Okay,
So I have to do this one too.
what else? Butternut. Who else hasn't planted yet? Abby. Here. 2 in each of this row here, okay? Got
I
it?
have an extra one.
Okay, let's put it back in.
Cucumber. I got a song stuck in my head from music class.
Do you? Okay, what else haven't we planted? So this row, jack-o'-lantern. Okay, this one.
One that I find annoying.
You want, somebody took Big Macs, right? Butternut?
So,
You're
can I
working
use
on butter?
that?
Yeah, it's covered, not too deep. Okay, would you like to plant some jack-o'-lanterns as well in this row here? So 3 of them. Okay? All right,
Ah,
Got it?
Yep, got it. I better get this.
2 in each.
Do we have any more containers?
2 in each containers. 2 in it.
Just want to make sure that it's each, yeah. Done? Good. All right.
Let's go on to pumpkin.
So,
Gonna get fairly big.
we won't plant more than one of each of these in our garden. So hopefully there's something for each of you to take home again later on. Okay? So that way. Oh, how deep are you planting them? Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm not trying to put them too deep.
Oh, that's kind of deep.
Yeah, it's just, they're just,
You're just right there. That's it. Okay, did you put 2 in each?
I put 2 in this one. I'm not
And
sure
what
about
about this one? Okay, let's,
2 right
there's
beside
one.
each other.
Well, there's 1, so now 2. Okay? Okay. So our pumpkins are planted, pumpkins and squash. Oh, that's right. I'm using the wrong container. Fill it with soil? Yes, please. Great. Okay, that's good. Can you add it to me, please? Over there behind, in that space over there on the floor. Okay? Yeah, sure. Perfect. Okay, we're ready to go here now? Let's plant, and we'll need some more of these too, because we have one for herbs.
So I think we need another tray.
Yeah, and that's what the pepper's on here right now. I'll take the peppers off. And the group will be planted it. There you go. Fill that one up for us and we'll be set.
So we're gonna fill these up.
Yeah,
I'll throw it.
yeah. Is it really dry, girls? Let's add some water there, okay?
Okay.
Before you take it out. Actually, dump it out. Dump it out. Let's add some water there so that because it's much easier to put it in here and get it mixed up than it is to put it in after we have it in the trays. Okay.
So we don't have to water everything once it's in
Right.
the tray.
Yeah. Actually, we'll add a little bit of water just to the pumpkins over there once we're all set. But for now not. Okay, so flowers or herbs?
Flowers.
Yeah? No? Okay, so we're gonna put, you ready to plant something?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are little marigold seeds, so you're gonna put just a couple in each tray, okay? In each hole. Got it? You wanna do that one? You wanna do that one instead?
I want to plant cucumber in the flower. Can I do that one?
Okay, whoa, careful. What you do is you dump it a little bit in there, okay?
Can I do that big white?
Do you know what it is?
No.
It's a zinnia.
I love it.
Okay,
I know how to say lots of old landmarks and historical things.
do you?
Yes.
Do you know that we are planting red flowers, some red flowers, the red zinnias, so that you're gonna hang on to it, okay? Because you're gonna put the extras back into it. Just set it down there.
Which one the other one?
Oh, excuse me, right here, your tray is right here. Did you put some in here already? Right?
Yeah.
You're gonna put some, you just in that tray, okay? Put
What's
at least
mine?
2 in each tray. Oh, where are the labels?
Cylinder.
So we're planting red and white because this is the year of the garden. And so they've encouraged us to plant red flowers. So we got red zinnias and white zinnias to go with it because red and white is what? What's the historical significance of that?
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
The Canada flag.
Exactly. Good for you, Braden.
I know
Guess
how
you're
to
gonna pass
pronounce
grade 4?
Hmm?
I know how to pronounce things.
Did you get the historical red and white flag colors?
I filled it all in. I was about to say it.
Were you?
I filled it in. What? Is that I think you have some.
Actually, not very much. No. Don't poke down. You're just
There.
kind of putting them on top, actually. Zinnias, or Marigold, you're barely sinking them, okay? Whoa, which one are you doing? Oh, I see. Which one?
Green.
This is, you've got red? Okay, then three, like that. There we go. Okay, I need somebody to plant some calendula. So flower seeds, you want them very close to the surface. You don't want them very sunk. All right, girls, got it?
I'll do those ones.
Yeah.
So you can put about 3 in each of these trays.
Okay, because they're small.
Yeah, they're small.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put it back here. Not right now. We're not doing cucumbers yet, right? Okay. Let me see, what else have we got here?
Oh, these kind of look like small snakes or lizards.
Yeah.
Navatera, these are pink, but they're really a very pretty color, or pretty flower. Anybody want to plant them? Okay, can we have somebody that, Lorene, do you want to plant some Navatera? 2 in each one, okay? And what else do we have? Okay, why do I have 3 trays? Oh, it's 8, okay. We'll do more zinnias.
Because you told us to plant 2 for each of us.
Yeah, I know.
There's 2, 4, 6, and then another 8.
Yeah, you know what, I was thinking 8, or I was thinking 6,
But
but I had 8. Okay, how about, ready to plant some flowers?
Yeah.
Okay, one around this side here, okay?
I love
do I lift this tray out of the bin? Do I lift this tray?
Perfect, yes. Okay. we're gonna
Or do
plant
I
them
put
there.
it, does they have a plant?
And you know what, because we're doing red, let's do another tray of red zinnias, okay? Who did the
Where
red?
do I put this?
Abby? You
Where
wanna
do
do
I
another?
put this? Because, yeah. And I better go around.
Okay. What do you got? All right. Whoa. Okay, we got these. Oh, you're still cutting these? Okay, just sink them down a little bit so that they're just, and then just sort of tuck them in. Okay?
We're almost stuck to that.
Are we still,
And then
okay. You're just, you know what, zinnias are just on the surface, okay? Don't sink the zinnias, don't put them in the ground. You're just gonna lay them on top, okay? Like that. And do this tray too. Yeah. Okay.
I need some water.
Did you start this one already? You know what? I might just, okay. You know what, let's not do this one. Okay. That's good. Okay, let's gather the flower seeds then. Leftovers, that should be lots. All right.
Whoa. Went in deeper than I should have.
Went too deep? Okay. Okay, so flowers are planted. Got 1 tray left, but we'll leave it for now. Okay, can we put under here? Yes. And we move on to this tray. What were we going to put on this one?
Cucumbers and
Cucumbers?
Where did I have those? Okay. Did I do labels? I did. Ah, see, I was smarter this time. Okay, so, watermelon, melon, and then I've got 3 kinds of cucumbers, okay?
Actually, I don't want to do it.
Okay, so you're gonna put 2 of these in each of these 3, okay?
Do I just drop them right on top?
Well, not quite on top, they're gonna be just
just
inside.
sink it like that.
Just a little bit, okay?
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's the next one? Melon. And this one, I'm not sure about these seeds. These are seeds that I collected myself, okay? So put 3 in each. And just barely cover it, okay?
Can you put 3 of these?
No, that's your job. You can do it.
How many in each should I put?
3 in each.
Okay, 3.
Okay, this one is one of my favorite cucumbers. It's white, but they're just nice. They're just yummy. They're never
White
bitter.
cucumbers?
They're white cucumbers, yes. And they have tons of them.
Can I cover it?
Okay, Brady, just open it and then dump it into your hand. Okay, so that's this one. Yeah, just slightly covering like that, okay? All right, who's going to do the white cucumbers? Okay, that's the next one, this one right here. Okay? This is the 3rd time we've met now as a garden club, and we've planted things. We've already been harvesting. We harvested a bunch of basil today, and we're transplanting, learning how to plant mostly food, but we also planted some flowers and some herbs today, and we're just learning to grow things and appreciate and make observations, watching things grow and change. And then with Miss Ferguson, they're taking what we grow and using that so that they're learning different things that they can do with what they can grow.
Okay. How long has this been club running? Yeah.
This is our 3rd time now. I did formerly have a garden club at HMK, but so we've got the grow light downstairs that we had there. And so we hope we can grow it all summer. We're going to get some planting boxes put outside, so we will transplant things into there later on. And then next fall we'll have to get creative of what we can grow inside again with the grow lights and just keep on. So we're hoping that it's a continuing project.
So is this sponsored by any organization?
I know
or?
that Miss Cicely, she got a grant, so there's different organizations that have sponsored the club, and the equipment downstairs is actually from an organization called Green Thumbs, and it's sponsored by Angry.
Yeah, I've seen that there are lots of kids participating.
Yeah,
So
I think we've got 17 or 18 signed up. So in our little room downstairs, it's a little squished, but once we're outside, it'll be a lot of fun.
Okay, so after during summertime or
I hope that we can meet
you will be
more frequently then, because there'll be changes all the time outside.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay,
Mrs.
thanks.
It will be smooth.
What did she say? Maybe if we could push every button. Like a max one.
Like just hold them all down.
Yes.
Well, we don't want to blow the blender up.
Oh, that would be fun.
Would it be fun? Maybe not as soon as I would like it to.
Can we do that? It smells so good though.
It does smell good, and in the bottom of this, it's actually like really looking nice. If you guys, oh, I better not undo that one.
No, that one.
So I'll just walk around with it, but you can see in the bottom, it's making the basil butter. So once you've had a look, just let me go by and let other people have a look. See how in the bottom part, it's getting really nice. We just need those top chunks to get caught in there.
I got
But
it.
smell
now.
it.
It's in green.
Can you smell?
Are you sure we didn't put in enough? Like garlic?
You don't think we put in enough garlic? Is that what you said?
You didn't put enough garlic.
Well,
I don't think
We
so.
put one. We put half a garlic.
Half a garlic, meaning like half of a whole head, not half a clove. There is garlic. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Hear it?
good. Yeah. So the other thing you can do with this is you could put it on even cooked vegetables. You could just take a little drop of this, get a teaspoon, half a teaspoon, and put it on cooked vegetables, like beans or carrots would be really, really good. And just let it melt on them. You double the flavor. And you know it's pretty healthy. Pretty much anything you would put butter on. You can put this on.
Toast?
Sure, if you want.
Jam? It says.
Would you put butter on jam?
Well, I usually I have jam sandwiches with butter and jam.
Okay.
Smooth and
What do you
chill.
think?
It needs to be
Green. It's green. It's good.
Smooth and
Green
chill.
is good.
If it's green, it's good.
So we're going to find a small container to put this in so that we're going to freeze it and we're going to leave it here. And then sometime when we have some vegetables from the garden, we're going to use it.
I can smell it. Onions. There is 2 onions right there.
Those are garlic, yeah. So because this isn't actually, hasn't been used dirty, we're just really going to give it a quick, basically a rinse because nothing's touched it. We just don't want any dust or anything from the being in the box. Okay? And nobody stick your hand in the water because I put a knife in there.
Oh my god.
Already?
I would have unless it disappeared.
Can someone dry that for me, please?
Emery's close.
Emery's always closest. Emery gets handed all the jobs because she's always standing near me.
No.
Sorry, Em. Well, I'm going to start looking for the farthest away from now on so Emery doesn't get stuck drying and everything. This is very sharp, so be careful with that one. Just set it on the counter there and we'll assemble it. This also is very sharp, this blade right here.
The process is different things.
Yes.
Okay,
Processor. So you can shred, you can chop, you can grate.
That's all of them in.
That's everything in one, yep. Okay, so. Those suction cups work really good. Did you see that? I think you just have to set it. Usually you can't get them to stay still for the life of you.
Wait, there's suction
On the bottom so that it doesn't slide around on your counter. How exciting is that?
Is everybody going to take some tomatoes home today?
Yeah.
Good,
Wait,
because-
me and Brayden already did. Yeah.
But you can take more.
Okay.
Because we need to get rid of them. We have to have space for our pumpkins and our herbs and our flowers to bloom, right?
I'm having
Okay, so let's go upstairs and see what the other group is up to.
Okay, are we switching?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to wash first, though.
Yeah, you do need to wash. Yeah. We're going to do it in the garden.
Yeah, I brought these along just because I wanted to show that these are beets
Okay.
that are trying to grow.
So we're going to fly and we're going to make double the pesto. But we're going to start with the butter. We're going to make basil butter first. Okay? Paper towels over here. So I do have recipes for you guys to each take home when we're done. But we're going to just use it on the counter for now. So if your hands are ready, you can come on over here and we'll get started on little jobs. We have this marked already at 1/2 cup because the last group did it. So Lorraine, do you want to just cut that firmly as straight as you can, and we're going to soften it a bit in the microwave. We're going to start off making something called basil butter. Okay? Basil butter. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's butter and basil and garlic and a little bit of pepper. And you just mix it all together.
Mine says it's
And
spicy.
it turns out like this. Okay? That's the last group's basil butter. We're gonna freeze it and we're gonna keep it for later on when we have some vegetables to eat it with.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. McPhee eats it on tomato sandwiches. You could put it on beans, carrots, potatoes. You can actually use something like this as a finishing butter on meat as well. So if you have a nice steak, how many of you like steak? You put like a blob of this on it and let it melt. Nothing better than finishing butter. So that's what we're aiming for. This is what we're starting with. We're gonna throw this in the microwave for, I'm gonna straighten that out a little bit. It's hard to cut butter straight. And then we're gonna use the food processor because it did work a lot better. Okay, can someone grab that cutting board? Just take the knife off it and bring the garlic part over. Like just the cutting board. We have that from the last group, yeah. So we're gonna use that, it's all gonna go into here. This, so you guys will laugh at me.
Every day.
Not every day, no. I just opened this, I just took it out of the box today and I'm super excited because it has suction cups.
So it doesn't fall.
So it doesn't slide, like you can't bump it. So we're just gonna take this and then scoop it straight in. You wanna just like get as much of that in the processor as you can?
Not as much as on the counter.
Yeah, but counter's not the worst thing. It's floor that's the worst thing, right? We can save it from the counter. Okay, that's good. A couple bits over here. So I'm gonna zap this first by itself because I'll chop it up, okay? And then can you grab the butter out of the microwave? Yeah, just open it up. And I have a chopping job. Who wants, Lorene, you want to do some cutting? Okay, I'm going to give you some basil. So we picked all this from what you guys harvested.
Yeah.
We just pulled it all off the stems and washed it. And we're letting it dry as naturally as possible, but we're going to speed it along a little bit so we can use it. So the recipe calls for 4 tablespoons, but you guys know how I measure. We're gonna say that's probably about 4 tablespoons. What do you think?
Yeah.
Does it look like 4 tablespoons to you? Okay, so Lorene, I'm gonna get you to start chopping this up. Do you want this knife or the smaller knife? This one? Okay, so you're just gonna hold this in a bunch. Remember to tuck your fingers in and get that thumb behind. You want your fingers like a claw. You're gonna hold it like this in a bunch. See how my thumb's not showing? Like my thumb's not sticking up here?
Yeah.
That's the biggest mistake you guys make, anybody makes when they're cutting, is they have their thumb sticking out. You gotta get that thumb tucked in behind your claw.
Or else so
And
you
you're
don't
just-
chop your thumb.
Yeah, because I've cut my thumb quite a few times. And you're just gonna cut it like that first, Lorene, and then we'll just go across it and make it into smaller little bits after. So if you wanna
Debbie
do...
does that a lot with onions. Just cut it across. He cuts
So
it.
yeah, there you go. Thumbs tucked.
Chops it.
So we're gonna have to make double pesto as well. So once Lorraine's done cutting that for this, I'll get somebody else cutting some more.
I can cut it.
Actually, you can grab that other cutting board, I guess. I'm just gonna dry the rest of this. We're supposed to use, what does it say on my recipe? Tress, can you look at the pesto recipe and see how much?
That's a lot.
2 cups firmly packed basil leaves.
2 cups?
Firmly packed with basil.
Okay. Well, wouldn't you know, I have a 2-cup measure. We'll see if we got it here. I'm gonna pack. How's it going, Lorene?
That's good.
Got all your fingers still? So happy to hear that. I like fingers. They come in handy. Ah! I know, eh?
Nice.
You gotta love it when the librarian's teaching your cooking.
And
Get all the good word jokes too. Rachel, not so impressed with my joke.
oh, I get it handy.
Handy, yeah. So,
I didn't laugh all the time.
Brayden, do you notice nobody else is spinning around? You can't do that in a kitchen because there's knives, and there's hot things some of the time, and there's lots of people in here. So we have to make sure that we're standing and not causing any accidents. Okay, so here's our 2 cups of basil. I'm probably gonna get you to chop over here too. Do you want that smaller knife that's by the coffee maker? Sure. Okay, how does it look, Lorene? It doesn't have to be super chopped because we're putting it in the food processor. That looks perfect. Absolutely perfect. Do you want the smaller one or this one?
I'll take that one.
Okay. I'm gonna leave Liam once I see his finger tuck. She'll get you to do half and I'll get Trez to do half. Okay, so you're gonna hold it in a bunch like this, like just clump it up in your hand. And you wanna make a claw. Make sure your thumb is behind your fingers.
Like this?
Yep, so you're gonna grab it like that, so it all kind of sucks into one pile. And then just move your fingers back, but get that thumb tucked every single time. Okay, sorry. So we already have what in here? Who remembers what we've added? Garlic. Just garlic. That's all we got. So we're gonna add now the basil, our 4 tablespoons or so of chopped basil, the butter out of the microwave. And what else does the recipe say over there, Trez? For basil butter. I think it's the bottom recipe.
2 cloves, garlic, peeled and chopped.
You got that? What else does it say?
Half cup softened butter.
That's in the microwave. Brayden, can you get the butter out? Oh, it's not in the microwave, it's over there.
Ground black pepper.
Ground black pepper, how much?
It just says ground black pepper.
I wonder why. How much do you think we should put in?
Yeah. All of it.
All of it.
Half
What?
of it.
Get that claw. I'm really serious about this. When you're chopping, your fingers need to be tucked in because you will lose the tip of a finger. Using a knife like this, if you're chopping with your fingers out, yes, Emery? Okay. Okay, so you're gonna grab it all into a bunch, like this. Like, take your hand and go, see how your fingers automatically go in?
Yeah.
Hold it like that, cut it in a strip. I'm gonna help you chop these a bit, and then we'll go across it the other way. Okay, back to the pepper. How much pepper do you think we should put in?
Oh wait,
A teaspoon?
like this. You can put it in the palm of your
Yeah, we
hand.
should put it in the palm of our hand, but it doesn't have how much.
Put
So how much do you think we should put in?
a teaspoon.
A teaspoon? Do you love pepper a lot?
I love
Oh,
spice.
so we have 2 people. One doesn't love it and one does
I
love
like
it.
it.
So what should we do?
I love it. We should put a little bit in.
A little bit, right. So when it doesn't have a measurement, it means to put how much you like.
But you should put-
Add it to taste, and you should always measure it into your hand.
And
Because otherwise you
take a
could,
pinch out of it.
you could end up with like a cup of butter and pepper. So I'm gonna add the basil. Who has the butter? Somebody bring the butter on over, throw that in. Toss it in. Just shake it in. Liam, got all your fingers? Yep. Love it. Okay, so how much pepper did we decide on?
A little bit.
A little bit. Give me your hand,
Just a
Hadley.
pinch.
Like that?
Just take a pinch out of it.
I think look at how much butter we have. Do you think you're gonna find that's too much pepper?
No.
No. Do you think that's good or more?
More.
A little bit more? How about that?
Yeah, that's just
Okay, so we're just gonna toss that all in too. Just straight on in. Okay, here's where the magic happens. Rachel, come and press low. Press it, yep.
Basil's gonna get on my finger.
Okay, in one of those drawers, there's a rubber spatula. You know how we just dig through them, right? Like maybe this one, maybe that one.
This one?
Check that one, or there's one here that also has I just need a rubber spatula to scrape the sides. And who was gonna do my other chopping? Tress, right? You got it pretty good. I'm gonna just go over it a little bit. I'm gonna switch this to the other cutting board, Tress, so you have more room to work, and I'm gonna get you to start chopping on this one. Once this is chopped, we need garlic.
You got garlic?
I think I can do that.
Need me to chop it?
We need to chop it. But first you gotta do the basil. So, same rules as Liam.
Keep your fingers in
Grab it into a bunch.
Yeah, like, I know.
Fingers tucked, and you're gonna cut it like this.
I know.
Okay, into slices.
I know.
Do you want the smaller knife or this one?
I think this one.
Okay. Okay, yeah. And then you have to kind of go, this knife isn't the sharpest knife. Okay. Do I need to be nervous over here or no? Okay, no rubber spatula. Let's see. This is a rubber spatula right here. It is skinny. It's actually for icing cakes. But you know what? It's rubber and it's flat and it'll scrape. So we just need to scrape the sides because there's some basil leaves.
That looks good. Yeah.
You have to put it
We're
on.
gonna try it for sure, but we're just gonna finish blending it. Okay? So I'm just gonna continue to scrape the sides because it keeps kicking some leaves up. Can someone start peeling a head of garlic?
I'll do that.
Well, Liam, you've done some chopping already.
I
So Hadley and Rachel, you guys can work together on getting the garlic peeled. Garlic's right here. Just one of them. Yeah, we'll just need one. Okay, so we have basil butter. You want to smell it?
That does smell good. It smells like garlic feels like. The garlic spoils it.
What?
That smells good.
It smells like
It
Garlic?
kind of smells like Italian food.
Garlic is so good for you.
it is.
It is.
I'm saying that
It
kind of.
is actually one of the healthiest things you can eat. Okay, so garlic, I'm going to show you a trick. Once it's peeled and you've cut the bottom off it, these ones are super huge and really hard to smush, but you want to try to crush it, you can with this stuff. I'm just going to chop it real fast because I think we're going to run out of time.
So we're gonna cook.
Yeah, make it quick. Kick it quick. Quick it kick.
So now what are we doing?
We're now doing the pesto. So we,
Will we test that too?
yes, we will test that too. And I'm telling you, this the basil butter is good. Pesto. It is a life-changing event. So how much garlic does it say for the pesto? 2 to 4. Which, yeah.
Peeled and crushed.
You all like the garlic though, hey?
Yeah.
Perfect. And we are golden. Okay, so I let the other group do their own garlic chopping, but just for speed's sake, I'm gonna whip through it. We need to wash up that food processor. Yeah, see, I know it.
You already cleaned it.
Oh, Mom must have done it. Okay, can you dry it, Liam? There's a dish towel there.
Where do we put
Okay, what else is on the recipe, bud?
half a cup softened butter?
Nope, top recipe. So we've got the basil.
Half a cup vegetable oil.
Okay. Can you, Rachel, look and see if you can find a half cup measuring cup? Where's your ball? Okay, do you see where the half is?
Oh, I put a little.
That's fine.
bit.
You know. Okay, so this is all going in. How you doing, Liam? This is dry? Awesome.
And it's filled a little bit.
Okay, come on over here. Guys. pesto, I used to just, but the recipe says a certain thing. I think it says garlic and basil first. And then we need the oil and we need pine nuts. And we need Parmesan cheese. Yeah. The oil is right there measured. And somebody look at the Parmesan cheese.
I'll do it.
It's in a bag there. Lead number 3, yeah? Okay, perfect. Can you take that over to the sink? Okay, have a look at the recipe, Liam, and see what it says.
I love cheese.
I love it too. This is
One
like
cup of pork.
1 cup. Okay, can you go find up in the top cupboard, Liam? There is a 1 cup measuring cup. I know that.
Right here.
Yeah, be in there. And it's the biggest one on the bottom of that pile. Yeah, on the bottom. Okay, you ready?
Got it filled to the top.
Got it filled to the top. Okay. Just don't put it in yet. Because you can see what the recipe says.
Hopefully it's
Okay.
not too much.
Is there a such thing as too much cheese?
Yes.
No.
I'm lactose sensitive.
Well, Parmesan is a firmer cheese, so it won't probably bother you as much. So 3 tablespoons, we're really running behind here. So we're going to put in 3 tablespoons of pine nuts. Has anyone ever had pine nuts before? They're not like peanuts.
I didn't even, I never had them. I didn't know where to find them. So I was glad
Do you guys want to pick one off my hand and try it?
Each time, I would like normal peanuts. I want to eat
Well, that's what I asked you in the box. Okay? Yeah. You can put that in.
Now, this, we need a spoon. Greg, can you grab a spoon from the cutlery drawer?
Just beside the fridge there,
Straight ahead,
Yep,
yeah.
right there. Yep. That's okay. We'll all end up
Okay.
stuff back there.
Let's dump that in.
Mine maybe like
We're stirring in the cheese. Okay. We're still gonna try it. Don't worry. It's gonna be delicious. You are correct, my friend.
my mom
So this, you guys, you can mix it into like a pasta. Braid it.
We're here with Lorene, one of the participants of Field to Table Club. So, have you been enjoying your time here in the club? So, what are you doing? Planting and what? Cooking, yeah. So, are you enjoying what you're doing?
Yeah.
What are you planting?
We planted tomatoes, beans, and lots of flowers.
And flowers. And what have you been cooking?
We've been cooking some salads, some sandwiches, and mixing it.
Okay. Thank you, Lorene. We're here with Iva, one of the participants of the Field to Table Club. So how has it been going? Are you enjoying it?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you been planting, doing some planting also at your home or after this one? After here?
I've been planting a sunflower at my house, and now I got more plants to take care of.
Yeah, thank you, Iva.